It's the second of our 2 games here on this Saturday as Super Wild Card Weekend continues here on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Ritter off the play fake. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 37-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
And London motioning left. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Robinson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That stop made by Jack Campbell. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And complete to Drake London. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them with no gain.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. This one from 46 yards out. Koo knocks this one through the post. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
This taken in at the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. Well, they're brought out by a former #1 overall pick coming off one of his best. In year 7 of his career, now in year 8, Jared Goff.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart. But make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before. Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
First carry now for David Montgomery. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On first down, gone. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Here's 2nd and 3. Now gone. That is caught inside the 5. And the Lions are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Well, when you're facing a receiver like this, you always come into a game thinking, we've got to put our best corner on him. We've got to find a way to get him off his route, limit his touches. But that plan, not working too well on this opening drive. That's already 2 catches for him, and this one is good for a first down.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Lions have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And one thing we haven't pointed out yet, probably should, you got a dome team on the road, January, cold weather. How tough is that, or is that something that really shouldn't come into play?
Well, it shouldn't come into play, but let's face it, if you've been a dome team all year and used to a controlled environment, you need to get yourself outside a little bit for practice during the week, and that's what most of these teams do, because just because they play in a dome doesn't mean they don't have bad weather outside to work in, so they can do that, get their guys acclimated, and then that way, it takes it all the way when you get to game day in a foreign place.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Ritter to throw it. So left side, it's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On play action, here's Ritter. And that's going to be incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Is that the flag?
Can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Goff. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. That one a first down pickup of 8. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
25 yards that time.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Here's Goff now on second down. That's caught by Montgomery. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14. Now a stoppage here for an injured player, and it's David Montgomery who is struggling a bit. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Craig Reynolds taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Lions are able to widen their advantage. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. A nice run right there, and we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of, and here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year, and look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Ritter back to throw. Pressure, he's brought down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door Totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Back to throw, Ritter. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Powering forward. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit first down. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 2nd and a couple. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. A run here on first down with Reynolds. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here, as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Lorenzo Carter, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on first down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Again, it's Robinson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 73 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
No room to be had there on the first down run, as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about
Ritter has it knocked down. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. A disappointing end of the sequence there. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Ritter will set up to throw it. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion. And he fields it cleanly. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Goff now looking to throw. Caught by Montgomery. Room to maneuver at the 45. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them. Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Goff. Caught by Jones. They'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Goff now looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Montgomery. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Patterson's kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's a fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. He's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Now, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? So we come upon halftime here. Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Calais Campbell in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Now it's Goff. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Bootlegging out here. Ritter. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 80 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will close the gap down to 14. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Goff now to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Third and 2. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Down the sideline he goes. And down to the 16-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Well, you know, most quarterbacks, when you talk about their big playability, you talk about the arm, but this, an absolutely huge play with a leg.
And also with his mind, because he had to see this play develop in order to make the decision to keep it and run. And how about him looking up and seeing the seas part for him once he got past the line of scrimmage? My first thought, I think he can go all the way, and I'm trying not to take over your call of this play, partner.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. First and 10.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
To throw is Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Open man right side is St. Brown. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. Third and goal. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. David Montgomery. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Lions continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter. A quick throw there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Ritter now. Short throw caught by Pitts. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That's a defense you won't bounce when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Off play action. Here's Goff. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. Bust through the tackle. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery with now his 2nd touchdown of this third quarter. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And his throw here's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. On play action, here's Ritter. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Lions will take over. You see David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 85 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a 1st down.
That's going to be caught. And in Jameson Williams, his second touchdown of the night. And the Lions get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Ritter with it after the play fake. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On first down, Ritter sets up the screen to Robinson. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Ritter to throw it. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Falcons on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 9. Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. Aiden Hutchinson, his second sack of the night.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. To the outside, that's complete to Williams. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Second down and a yard. Montgomery on the counter. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. David Montgomery saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Lions continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Falcons offense set to go. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Back to throw, Ritter. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
The Ritter's throw into the hands of Pitts here.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Here's Ritter.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
3rd and short, Ritter. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Going play action, Ritter.
Escaping the pressure right.
Smart decision by Ritter, sliding down, and he's got the 1st. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Ritter will set up to throw it. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Ritter.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Ritter back to throw.
Touchdown, Falcons!
Mac Hollins.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Falcons are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Koo able to connect on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. David Montgomery and the Lions about set to begin this next series.
And really a lot of guys you could highlight on this offense with how well they've played, but he's one of them. He's been spectacular so far.
I'd say he'd be the #1, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the numbers,
It's, as you said, I think you said focal point. Well, that's what he's been, and that means he's created other opportunities because they've had to bring the defense to him. He's run it really well. He's caught it out of the backfield. They're trying to stop him. That means there are chances for the rest of the guys to do damage themselves.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
Delay of game, offense.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Gone. And this one's incomplete.
Well, big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Here comes the Lions punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
The Falcons ready to take over. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
Scott to return it. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend.
And they take a knee. They
said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.